Hello everybody, how are you? I wish you are fine and you are studying well at home. Okay, today's lesson inshallah will be about pronunciation lesson. In fact, whose title is the pronunciation of the final S. The final S. Okay. If you remember, you have studied or you studied before this lesson, and we try to remember together what have you done or what have you seen in this lesson. So the letter S has got three ways to pronounce at the end of the word. 3 ways. 1, 2, and 3. Try to remember them. So the letter S can be pronounced S. And like, for example, let's get the example here. Like the verb likes. The S is pronounced S, likes. The S, the letter S, can be pronounced also as Z. Like, for example, verb sings. You do not say sings. No, it's not correct. You say sings. So it's written as a letter and it is pronounced as a sound Z. The last pronunciation, it is is. So the letter S can be pronounced is also. The final letter S can be pronounced is. Like, for example, washes. Here, there is an ease here. Ease. Okay, it's a new syllable. So we repeat the 3 words here to recognize the difference between them. We've got likes, sings, and washes. So to recognize or to know how can I pronounce the final S correctly, actually we have to follow some rules. Okay, let's start here with the rules. The title is pronunciation of S endings in plural nouns and the third person singular of verbs. What do we mean by plural nouns? Regular plural nouns. And the third person singular, as you studied in the present simple tense. First of all, what do we mean, or what are the third person singular? They are the pronoun he, personal pronoun he, she, and it. As you studied before in the present simple tense, with he and she and it, plus verb, plus S. Okay? So in this case, we're gonna see them. Okay? So, the first rule here. The letter S is pronounced S. As I said before, here the S is a letter. S here is a sound. They are not the same. The letter S is pronounced S. After the sounds, the following sounds, also these are sounds, they are not letters. After that, P, T, K, F, and Th. I repeat. P, T, K, F, and Th. Okay? We're gonna see some examples here. Like here, for example, the word cat, which is a noun. Okay? The plural of the word cat, before we add the S, the final sound when we or you hear when I pronounce the word cat is T. The last letter is T, but the last sound is T. So it is a regular plural. Here we say, just we add the S and we say cats. So the S here is pronounced S. This letter is pronounced S. Okay? Which is a noun, of course. Another example with a verb, like the verb to stop. To stop. The last letter is P, but the sound is P. P. In this case, with he or she or it, with he we say he stops. When we add the S with he, with the third person singular, we pronounce it as a s, stops. Okay? Let's move to the next rule. Now, the letter S is pronounced Z after the sounds. So, the first sound is B, D, G, L, M, N, R, V, and the. Yes, we repeat together. B, D, G, L, M, N, R, the, and the last one is the. Plus all vowels, of course, and diphthongs and triphthongs. Here just vowels. Normally you know what we mean by vowels. In French you say voyelle. Diphthongs and triphthongs. The diphthong, like for example, the word play. Play. When you see the phonetic transcription, for example, we say it's like this. Play. This is A. Okay? If you remember, of course. So, when we add, for example, S to the word which contains a diphthong, we pronounce it Z. What do we mean by a triphthong? Let's see a triphthong here. Let's use the same word, but we add here ER. ER. So it will be the phonetic transcription P and P, and like this. Player. Player. So the diphthong, it's a combination of two vowel sounds. The triphthong is a combination of three vowel sounds. Like here, aya, aya. Okay, let's move on. So we have got the first example. The word pen. Pen. The last letter is N, and the last sound is N. N. This sound. Okay. So we say pens. Pens. It's a plural, of course, of noun. Pens. We do not say pens. The second word or second example here, like for example, the word bag. The bag. The last letter is G. And the last letter is G. And the last sound is G. I pronounce bag. Bag. When we add S, we say bags. Z. Bags. Another example using a verb like the verb sing. What do you hear here? This is the sound sing. When we add an S with she, of course, we say she sings. She sings, which is a verb. Okay? So let's move to the third rule. We've got the letter S is pronounced is. Is. After the sounds S, Z, sh, ch, j, j. I repeat them. S, z, sh, ch, j, and j. You're gonna see some examples. It's the same principle, of course. Examples like the word bus, a bus. The plural of the word bus is buses. We don't say buses or bus. No, we say buses. Why? Because the last sound is a s. It is a letter S, and the sound is s. Boss. It is a name, of course, or a noun. Sorry, a boss. The plural of boss, we add es, and we say bosses. Bosses. We do not say bosses or bosses. No. The next word, wash. What is the last word or the last sound you hear here? I repeat, wash. Yes, it is sh. Sh. From the sh here. Sh. It is a verb. We say she washes. She washes. Okay? Let's move to the next example. Watch. Here. Watch. This is the sound watch. Ch, ch. We say he watches. He watches. We don't say he watches or watches. No, watches. And the last example here we have got is manage. Manage. She manages. She manages. I think you understand now. Let's move to another thing or another task. The task said, actually it is in your book. The task said, I listen and repeat, which is on page 109. Okay, take your books now on the page, of course, 109, and you are going to listen the script and you repeat after the script, okay, word by word, of course. Okay, so let's start listening to script.
Pronunciation of S endings in plural nouns and the third person singular of verbs in the tense. I listen and repeat. Is,
languages, languages, experiences, experiences, judges, judges, criticizes, criticizes, dishes, dishes,
so,
supports, supports, talks, talks, proofs, proofs, helps, helps, cooks, cooks,
the,
goals, goals, defends, defends, citizens, citizens, charities, charities, disasters, disasters, involves, involves.
pronunciation of S endings in plural nouns and the third person singular of verbs in the tense. I listen and repeat. Is,
Languages, languages, experiences, experiences, judges, judges, criticizes, criticizes, dishes, dishes,
so,
supports, supports, talks, talks, proofs, proofs, helps, helps, cooks, cooks,
the,
goals, goals, defends, defends, citizens, citizens, charities, charities, disasters, disasters, involves, involves.
Now we have got a short task, a very short task, which is on page 111, task 10. You can take the book, of course. So, I listen to the script always and identify the intruder in each list. What do we mean by intruder? Intruder, الكلمة الداخلة يعني. Okay? So, I repeat. I listen and identify the intruder in each list. This is 1, 2, and 3 lists. Okay? Now, so listen to the script and I repeat it. You listen well and try to, you can use your pencil and cross it out or underline it or put it in a circle as you like. Okay? So listen to the script and identify.
tasks 10 and 11. I listen and do the task. Is,
Races, races, finishes, finishes, images, images, reaches, reaches, communities, communities, arranges, arranges, causes, causes,
so,
debates, debates, argues, argues, hopes, hopes, donates, donates, banks, banks, paths, paths, gulfs, gulfs.
The.
Duties, duties, recommends, recommends, pros, pros, cons, cons, volunteers, volunteers, donations, donations, resists, resists.
Tasks 10 and 11. I listen and do the task. Is.
Races, races, finishes, finishes, images, images, reaches, reaches, communities, communities, arranges, arranges, causes, causes.
So.
Debates, debates, argues, argues, hopes, hopes, donates, donates, banks, banks, paths, paths, gulfs, gulfs.
The.
Duties, duties, recommends, recommends, pros, pros, cons, cons, volunteers, volunteers, donations, donations, resists, resists.
I've finished. Okay. I'm sure that you have found the answers, the correct answers. Okay, yes, in the first list, what's the word in the first list? It is communities, is the, okay? The. And we were, the other words are is, okay? But this one is the, communities, the. Here, the list of the sound. Argues, argues. Here it is the, it is not the. So this is the intruder word, okay? And the last one, the list of words which have the final S, which is pronounced as the, and this word, which is I think the last one, is pronounced resists, it's not the. So it is the intruder. Okay? Okay, let's move to the last task. Okay? And this task is not taken from the book. Okay? You can take your time in your rough copy book to write it or write it down, write the words and the chart, etc. So I'm going to read these words. I'm going to read them, loud reading. You listen well and classify them, classify these words according to what? In the right column, in the right column, according to what? According to the pronunciation of its final S, its final S, which means do they or are they pronounced s, z, or is? Okay? Listen.
Sports, likes, horses, dogs, laughs, dishes, loves, knows, surprises, eats, cleans, smiles, watches, stops, teachers. Sports, likes, horses, dogs, laughs, dishes, loves, knows, surprises, eats, cleans, smiles, watches, stops, teaches.
Have finished? I'm sure that you found the answers, the correct answers. Let's see them together. The first word, which is sports. The letter S is pronounced, yes, that's right, it is S. So I write it here. Sports, in this column. The second word, likes. Likes. What's the last sound? Without S, of course, it is K. So we pronounce it S. We say likes. Same column. The third word, horses. Horses. Yes, it is. The same one. Is. Yeah. Horses. The next word, dogs. Get dogs. Yeah, this is the middle. Here, the GH is F, is the sound F. We say loves. Loves. Caesar is loves. Yeah, it is in the first one. Loves. Okay? The next one, dishes. Dishes. Yes, it is, yeah. Good. Here we've got loves. Loves. Z. Yes, well. Loves. The next word is nose. Nose. It is Z too. Okay? Nose. Why? Because the last sound before the S is well. Nose. Then surprises. Surprises. This is a verb. Okay? I surprise you, or he surprised him, etc. Surprises. Yes, well, good. Surprises. Here we've got it's. So, it's. It's here linked. It's not opposite. Both of them are so, okay? So, it's. The next word is cleans. Cleans. Z. Cleans. Then smiles. Smiles. Z. Why? Because the last sound is L. Smiles. Okay? It's here, yeah. The next word is watches. Watches. Good. Is. What? Watches. Okay? And here we've got stops. Stops. So. Yes. Stops. Stops. And the last word, teaches. Yes, here, teaches. Teaches. So in the end, I know it is an easy lesson, okay, but some of you may confuse between the pronunciation of S endings. I hope that I helped you today to understand more. الله يوفقكم إن شاء الله. وأتمنى لكم كل النجاح، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.